I'd like to demo to you how to create recurring events in the Find.dance app. Now, by a recurring event, I'm referring to an event that repeats on some kind of schedule. Now, I'm demoing here using the Find.dance app on an iPad. The way in which everything I show you here would work would be very much the same if you're on an iPhone or if you're on an Android device. Now, to start with, I'm already in the Find.dance app, as you can see. To create an event, you need to tap on the second item in the menu bar at the bottom, the one called My Events. Now, because I haven't added any events, this is a rather plain experience. If I had, those events would already be listed here as well. And you would still have this ability to add a new event. If I had events, by the way, it would also give me some information as to how often those events have actually been seen. Now, also, I'll mention if you haven't logged in, you'll be prompted to log in. You need to log in before you can create an event. So that might mean you might need to create an account. Okay, so I'm going to tap on Add Event. And that takes me to this Add Event screen here. And this is where I would input all the various information for the event. I'll define whether it's a social dance party, or maybe it's some kind of weekend dance getaway, a multi-day event, or maybe it's just some kind of workshop. And at the top, I can add various images to represent my event. That's very important, by the way. And all kinds of other information, date, time, location, so forth. I'm not going to get into adding all that information here. I'm just going to scroll down to where I actually add the date. So you see this item here in the center that says choose date and time. So I'm going to tap on that. And I'm going to define an event that's, let's say, starts on Wednesday, December 27th. Let's say starts at 8 p.m. Okay. Now, as soon as I've done that, you'll see beneath that field, there's a field called recurring schedule, and it's optional. Now, if the event I'm adding is just a single day event, then I can just skip that. But if it is a recurring event, I can tap on that, and it's going to give me this experience here. And it's going to default to creating an event that recurs every week. And so it's already recognized that the date I put in, December 27th, is a Wednesday. And so it's pre-selected that. And if in fact that's what I want, I can just say done, and I can continue on adding the other information for the event. Now, perhaps what I'm creating is an event that happens more than once a week. Maybe it happens every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so if I just tap on those day markers, that's in fact what I will be creating, an event that happens on those 3 days every week. I'm going to deselect those now. Perhaps what I need is an event that happens every second week. And I can do that by saying this repeats every 2 weeks on the Wednesday. Or maybe it's every 3 weeks or every 4 weeks. I can select the correct number to represent that. Now, sometimes it's not that it recurs every week or every 2 weeks or 4 weeks. It recurs once a month. So to do that, I can change this option to repeats every month. And here you'll see it's already determined that the 27th of December is on the fourth week of the month. And so it's pre-selected that. And if what I need to do is define something that repeats every, let's say every second and fourth week, I can handle that by, again, selecting the right weeks when this event recurs. Now, it's possible that it's not even that scenario, but maybe it's an event that happens on the last Wednesday of every month. And so it'll give me an option to support that. It recognizes that Wednesday, December 27th, is falling in the last week of the month. And so there's an option here called repeats every 1 month on the last Wednesday. So I could select that to handle that scenario. In all of these cases so far, you'll see there's an end date here, or an end criteria. And by default, it says never. And that's probably our most common scenario, right? There's a recurring event, and at this point in time, there is no expected end date. It's an event that happens every month, and you have no plans to stop running that event. And that's fine. You can just leave it at never in that case. If you're creating an event where it really very much has a planned end date, maybe you're going to just be running something for 2 months or 10 instances, you can either say this is going to stop occurring on a given date. You can enter the date, tapping here, or after X number of, in this case, months. There is one last scenario, and that is where we have a recurring event that, let's say, happens every month, but doesn't always happen on the same day or the same week. So sometimes it happens on, let's say, the second Saturday. Sometimes it'll even be the fourth Saturday. Maybe you're a dance club and you run the event whenever you can get the hall that you want. But so there's no real predictable cadence. In a case like that, you can use this custom date option. And here you would just add all of the individual dates. So it does mean that you'd have to continue to add these dates over time. It's certainly a little bit less convenient, but there are cases where you really have no other better option. So I can add the 3rd of January, the 10th of January. Maybe the next one is going to be even not on a Wednesday. It's going to be on the Tuesday, maybe even with a different start time. So the 16th at 7, and I can just carry on, add the additionally planned dates to this event. That is, in fact, how you go about creating a recurring event in Find.dance. So hopefully this was helpful to you. Thank you very much.